forensic technician.
It's been a year. Let's chill here, smoke some weed.
Tossing her dad, starting off on his head is the drop.
And now I'm the boss of my own gang. So yeah, basically, you know.
And this is shocking. The user decides to go on a beach date with this Tinder guy, and they agree to carpool there with him driving.
The gang is called Mafia.
As soon as she gets in the car,
My gang.
blasting heavy metal music and
Mafia. Just
The
Mafia.
date finishes and it went horribly, and on the way home, the guy starts drinking a bottle of Captain Morgan. Now, the user tells him she doesn't want to drink and drive, and he just laughs her off and drinks even more. She shares in the post that she lived in a gated community where you can't just pass through if you're not known by someone, and that she doesn't like confrontation, so she just didn't know how to tell the guy that she just wanted to go home. She decided to just stop talking on the day as they drove, and he just spent 30 minutes.
Yo. Hey boss, I need you to take over territory for us. Sure, text me where you know what I mean, text me where it's at. Got it, boss. See ya. Fuck, I can't speak today. It's not my day. Putting the GPS, let's head there. The place should be this way. So let's head to the place. This part here, we own, even that part over there. We own all this area, pretty much. The Mafia gang. It's called the Mafia gang. Okay. Okay, so it should be down here we are. And yes, I bought me all of the guns, just in case. Let's grab this out. There you motherfuckers. Did you do it? Yeah. Okay. You have a choice. You can keep this place or blow it up and show the gang we're not fucking around. I'll rather blow it up. Okay, good choice, boss. See ya. See ya. Let's go get me here. Let's put it here. 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 Drive. Go, 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 go. Fuck yeah. Yo. Hey boss, sorry to bother you again. Can you take over a territory for me, boss, again? Sure. Okay, cool. I'll text you where it is. See ya. See ya. Okay, put in the GPS. Okay, so go down here. Turn here. Keep going. Turn here. Fucking move out of the fucking way, dude. Okay. to go down here. Call the cops, you fucking snitch. Down here. Down here, up here, and then down here, up, and the place should be here. Let's fucking do this shit. Die, you motherfuckers! Fuck yeah. Just do it? Yeah. Now, you know what to do. Which one would you prefer? However, keep this page. Keep it? Yeah, okay, cool. We'll send some boys over there soon. See you, boss. See ya. Hell yeah, dude. Let's head in here and head to bed, I guess. Let's chill. Let's rock this bitch. Until here, I guess.
Stalking her. After he drops her off at her car and she's on her way home, she realizes the car is following her, and it turns out it was the Tinder guy. Good move from the user here. She stops at a CVS, tells the cashier she's being followed, and asks if she can wait in their bathroom until he leaves. Eventually, the cashier tells her he's gone, but turns out he was just waiting in another parking lot. And I love how this isn't even a rare occurrence. I've been followed by guys in cars multiple times back home when I've been driving, and even in Toronto just walking. It is not okay. Coming in at number 9 is the weird request. This one was from Redditor Proximus Pilot, who shared this Tinder date took place in Fort McMurray. During the date, she said she dropped in casually that she thought knives were sexy. Weird flex, but okay. She then proceeded to get blackout drunk during dinner and kept begging him to murder her and then bury her in the forest. They somehow ended up dating for 2 years. I mean, should I say that on my next date? Is that what gets people going? This is not a Joe Goldberg situation from you. No. At number 8, we have he who will not be ghosted. Getting ghosted sucks, but let's be real. I've been ghosted so many times in the last month I can't even tell you guys. The struggle is real, and I hate cuffing season, so there's that. Anywho, this one was shared by Victoria's Cabaret on Reddit, and she said that she went on a date with this guy and they ended up at a restaurant. Turns out the guy, and I quote, had the personality of a styrofoam packing peanut. After the date, she figured she would just ghost him because they'd only gone on 2 dates and never even kissed. So she ignored his calls and texts for a week, but he wasn't going to take this ghosting lightly. Man showed up to her house and started hammering her buzzer and continuously calling her. What made it worse was that this guy literally did not even know her last name, didn't know where she lived, let alone what suite number she was, yet he somehow figured it out and showed up. How the hell did he even find any of that out? Creep. Filling on a 7 spot is oversharing. This one was shared by Reddit, my wagon, and she said she once went on a Tinder date with the creepiest guy. He started off by telling her that women should be escorted to the grocery store so they can keep their eyes on the prize rather than spending $200 on random things. He then failed to see how that was insensitive and then went on to get drunk and tell her how his dad physically and psychologically abused him. He ended the story with telling her that his dad eventually stabbed him as well. There was no second date. Now, at number 6 is the accident. Okay, admittedly, this one made me laugh quite a bit. It was shared by Redditor Josh T. Bone, now as well, if I'm honest. I'm bloody hungry. Anyway, as he was eating it, he accidentally nearly bit his tongue clean off. He started bleeding for the next few hours and continuously spitting out blood. Half his tongue was puffy and swollen. To be honest, it looked gross. He then, for some reason, unbeknownst to me, tried eating a hamburger after that, and the look of pain in his eyes just said it all. He then, I don't know why, tried to kiss the user with his bloody mouth, which he thankfully got out of. Now, episode 2 is the paranormal date part 1. This one's from Redditor Wit89, who said that he went on a Tinder date with a super private woman. This woman would not tell him her last name, where she worked, nothing like that, but the date was actually going really well. At the end of the date, she confessed that she had to tell him something. It turns out she had moved into a new apartment alone and felt like some sort of sinister presence lived there with her. She's been having horrible nightmares and seeing weird things around the house and asked if he would sleep over to keep her company. He agreed, and then they got home, and as soon as he got there, he could tell something was very off about the apartment. They got into bed, no sex, and then she soon fell asleep. A while later, the user was still awake, and he heard someone walking down the hallway outside the room. Scared, he went to investigate, but found nothing. He went downstairs, back upstairs, and as he was going back to the bedroom, he saw this short, black, humanoid figure in the corner of the hallway. He bolted it back to his date's bedroom, and it got worse from there, as if that wasn't bad enough. And finally, at number 1 is the paranormal date part 2. Now, turns out his date wasn't even in her bed. She was nowhere to be found. He called out to her, but got no response, and he was so confused. He had just searched the whole apartment and had not run into her, so where the hell could she have been? The bed was too low, so she walked under it. The window was locked, so she didn't just go out there. He just ended up grabbing all his stuff and leaving the apartment in nothing but his underwear. Good call, I would have done the same. I wouldn't even have looked for her. I'd been like, nah, B, bye, you handle that on your own. The next day, he found that her Tinder profile had been deleted, and she never responded to any of his texts, nor did he see her ever again. Starting us off with number 10 are the woods. Now, this one comes from one of my friends who said she went back home for the holidays, and she was on Tinder just to see what was up. She ended up matching with this guy, but they never messaged each other, but then they soon realized they both went to the same gym. They ended up talking and exchanging phone numbers, and then scheduled a date for the next day. When he picked her up, the conversation wasn't bad at all. They talked about weed and whether she smoked, and she said she did. He ended up taking her to the shadiest ice cream cafe known to the stoners, that was located literally in the middle of the woods. Since she never lived there, she had no idea where they were going, and as they were walking towards these trees, he turned to her and said, "How do you know you can trust me? You barely know me. I could be a serial killer." Like, who the hell says that on a first date? Mind you, at this point, she tried laughing it off, but like, what the hell? They start walking into the woods, and she starts getting really anxious, and then pulls out her phone to turn on the flight and move from the UK to Perth. A new friend told him to try his luck on Tinder for meeting girls, and so he started speaking to the short Caucasian redhead who kind of low-key looked exactly like him. Either way, after about 2 weeks of talking, they arranged to meet up at a bar in the city. Gaz, which honestly could be short for Gary or Gareth, I have no clue, got to the bar first and texts her asking her if she wanted a drink. He gets them and waits till she finally arrives. But it's not exactly her. It's a middle-aged Asian lady who sits opposite him and introduces herself as the girl he's been talking to. Now, Gaz then shows her a picture of the girl, confused, and she goes, "Yeah, that's me," and how it's so nice to finally meet him. Admittedly, he just nodded and smiled because he didn't want to create a fuss. Eventually, he pressed his ringtone and pretended a friend had called him with an emergency and left. You were too polite. If that happened to me, honestly, I feel like I actually would do the same. I wouldn't know how to be like, "You're a catfish." I would just be like, "Oh, haha," enjoy the day, and then never speak to them again. At number 4 is the spot. Now, this was shared by Redditor Kaiz, who said she went on a Tinder date with this guy that took her to his favorite smoke spot, which happened to be a spot by the lake. And admittedly, that's low-key kind of romantic to just sit by a lake and just hang out. It's kind of cute. Either way, they get there, smoke a bowl, and despite being a bit hesitant, the user ends up relaxing after he tells her he smokes there all the time. Sure enough, a few minutes later, a cop car comes by, smells the weed, and arrests them both. Imagine getting bloody arrested on a Tinder date. But that wouldn't happen in good old Canada, because marijuana is legal. Not that I would know. Filling our number 3 spot is the walk home. So my friend actually told me this last week about how she went out for drinks with this guy from Tinder, and it went really well. He offered to walk her home since it wasn't far, and despite Toronto not even being unsafe per se at 10 p.m., she accepted a cute gesture because who even does that anymore? But it's quite cute. On the way which, I mean, let's just not talk about that.